Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 207. It is Friday morning, early morning. It's already 70 degrees outside, so it's probably going to be a hot day. I haven't really looked yet. I can look now, but it's going to be a hot one, you can tell. Just leaving home, 6 o'clock in the morning, heading to the office. Looks like it's 60 degrees outside, but it's going to be 81. Anyway, just leaving home, very foggy outside, and we're going to go to the office and check in, and then we're going to do our thing. I am going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this double deck, but I think this area is a pain in the butt, and I do need to be home in time to go to that wake tonight for my friend's wife. So it's going to be a rushed day, just going from place to place because they're so far apart. But at the same time, it's going to be kind of a boring day and kind of a lonely day because I'm going to have so much distance between my stops. But anyway, last night got caught up on all my work, got everything taken care of. What I've been doing is parking close enough to our building that my laptop connects to the Wi-Fi in the building, and then it'll register as not only having been there through the front door, but also having logged into the network locally. So that's two ways that it will show in the logs that I was there. And today my only meeting is a team meeting in the morning here. So I'm hoping to get to my second casino before that, but I may not. One downside is I may actually add one casino that I don't really care to go to, only because if I get to my second casino too early, they do ID. So don't want to get there too early. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. We're heading to work first and then off to our first casino, and I'll be back to update you. I was just thinking about how we kind of pulled it out of nowhere yesterday. We were sitting close to even for the day with no time left, and then we got so lucky that meeting only went about 8 minutes, and we were able to get one more session in, and ended up being a good session and kind of saved our bacon there. But yeah, yesterday still ended up making about $1,000, and it was very unexpected. $800 on the blackjack table and over $100 on slots, and somehow we figured out a way to make some money yesterday. So hopefully today isn't like that. Hopefully today is good all the way through. We'll find out. All right, guys, I am back. Just stopped at my first casino, and it was okay. I really didn't find much. I found two borderline plays. One of them was okay. One of them was really pretty borderline. I decided just to save those till the end in case I didn't find anything else and I wanted to play them. And I didn't find anything else. So I did play them. The first one was about $4 a spin, and played that one through and ended up ahead like 102. The other one was about 60 cents a spin, and played that one through and lost a little bit on that one, and it was pretty dead in there. Now, I did talk to a slot tech while I was in there, and he was telling me that a couple hours ago it was like 5 or 6 jackpots over $10,000 that were hit all at the same time. And you know, with a lot of casinos, this being one of them, once you hit a certain threshold, some is 5,000, some are 10,000, you require more than one person to verify the jackpot before it's paid out. So they were pretty busy there for a couple hours paying those people out. But now that I'm out of this casino, the sun is up, and it's a mostly cloudy day. Not a bad looking day, kind of a fluffier, lighter colored clouds. So looks like it's okay. I ended up ahead $89 there, and we're going to move on to another casino. I'm kind of conflicted on this one because the casino that would be on the way to where I want to go play blackjack isn't going to have much. And I know it's not going to have much, if anything, especially early in the morning. But it's only a half hour out of my way. And I'm still considering not going there. So I'll figure that out here. I don't have to make that decision for about 30 minutes. Both of them are in the same direction. So I'll figure that out. I'm leaning more toward not going, but we'll see. So, and I think I have free stuff there. Free play, not much. Free food, not much. But it's still, I don't think, worth my time. Even only a half hour. I don't know. How bad does it have to be for it not to be worth a half hour? Anyway, I'll consider all that and come back and update you. Plus 89 at our first stop. Alright guys, real quick here, as I'm heading out to the second casino, I want to talk about something that has been brought up to me and has been brought up on other forums, and I just saw a video of something that just happened to somebody as well. And that is, once they deal you a hand, the hand is binding and they have to pay you. So let me give you some examples here. If they deal you a blackjack and then they say, nope, you're not supposed to be here, too bad, you're not getting paid, that's a violation. Every hand is a contract, and once they deal the first card, then that contract is binding. I remember when I got backed off of a place, I had a 14 against a dealer 10, and he would have killed the hand if I had a 20 or a blackjack. But instead he said, or he would have tried to kill it, it wouldn't have worked. Instead he saw I had a 14. I said, okay, so this hand is canceled. Oh no, you have to play it. Oh, okay. I hit it, I got a 21, I won the hand. He was frustrated. All right. Now, this other example is someone who got a blackjack, and the pit boss came back and said, no, sorry, I killed the hand. No, you can't kill the hand. Once the first card is dealt, it is a binding contract. You have to pay it out. You know, so, and they will try to screw you on that. If you have a bad hand, they'll say, okay, play out the hand. And if you have a good hand, they'll say, no, it's canceled. But you got to stand strong. And if it comes down to gaming, that's fine. You have to make the decision for yourself. Is it worth whatever amount of dollars to call gaming or not? But personally, I would push it, and I would get that money. You know how cheap I am, though. So just wanted to kind of just talk about that just a little bit, because this is a big deal. And another thing is with a slot machine, if they're not going to pay you the slot machine, that's a big deal too. Now, if you've been trespassed, that might be different, gray area. I still think that they should pay you. I don't know totally, but if you just been backed off before and not trespassed, they should definitely pay you. I've heard of people who had backed themselves off of a casino, and I've seen it happen both ways, where a casino says, you know, I could just take all your money since you've already backed yourself off. You've excluded yourself because you're a bad gambler. We could take all the money in your voucher and the money you just won. Other times I've seen it where they actually have taken it and the player didn't know what to do, but they didn't pursue it. I think this is a gray area that needs to be investigated further, and we need to get some clarity on there. But my feeling is, if you're not supposed to be there because of a trespass or because you excluded yourself, I can see them not paying you a jackpot. But other than that, anything in your voucher, I feel that they should allow you to cash that. Anything you have on the table, I think they should allow you to cash that. Confiscating the money, I feel, is a violation, because if I walk in, I put $100 in the slot machine, and I don't even spin it, they're saying they could take all the money because I'm there. I don't think that's right. So let me know what you think about that. I'll be back. Alright guys, we did end up coming to this casino that I really didn't want to go to. Hopefully something good happens in here, because I would hate to come all the way out here and not make any money. And then we will have to stop for our team meeting, and then we'll continue on to the next casino where we'll finally get some blackjack in. So right now, a lot of construction around here. Looks like it's about to start raining, so not the best looking day, but hopefully we'll make up for it by making a lot of money. So that's what's going on right now. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back and just leaving this spot, and not the most prosperous stop here, and I kind of expected that, but yeah. There wasn't much. I found 3 plays. 2 of them were on a similar machine, so very possible someone doesn't understand that machine very well, but all tiny plays. My biggest play was $1 a spin, and so didn't make much. Ended my session ahead $18. The place is dead. They are removing more games that are beatable, but still, you have APs in there nonstop, so I've said it before, something's going to have to give here pretty soon. So I see a lot of flushing out of people that don't have big bankrolls because they can't keep up with their expenses and travel and all that kind of stuff. And I also see probably some more crime, most likely, unfortunately, because a lot of the people who are slot hustlers are not exactly the most prosperous people. So I see some possible arguments over machines, things like that. So unfortunate, but that's why we got to keep developing and getting better and figuring out more ways to make money. So we're going to move on to another place, and then we'll stop on the way for our meeting. And then we'll go into the next casino and play some blackjack and hopefully have some good things happen. And then later this afternoon will be our double deck game that we're going to play. So here we go. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. Well, this was definitely unexpected. This place that I just walked into after my meeting normally asks for ID in the mornings, and then after early morning, then they don't ask for it anymore. And I walked in 45 minutes after they would normally stop asking for ID, and they asked me for my ID, and I said, well, okay, here you go. Why are you asking now? Did you make it like till noon, or what's the deal? And she said, I need your ID again. I'm like, okay. I give her my ID, and she hands me a trespass letter. It was already written, already had my name in it, already had everything done, and permanent ban from this location. So, you know what? Whatever. You guys were just tired of losing. This is the place that I said I lost on purpose. Not on purpose, but I left down on purpose because I've been beating them so much. It's fine. We'll do our stats and see exactly how well we've done against this place, and we'll see what happens. I was starting something to try to get slot points with this place, let's just say, and I hadn't used my card in a very long time, and I did that, and I've been back here 4 times since then, at least. No issues. Good with all the pit bosses. Good with everybody. And I don't know if they're thinking I'm a card counter or an advantage player or just lucky, because they seem to always love me every time I was here and talk to me and come over and hang out with me and everything else. The only thing I could think of actually could be because I split up my cash outs with the poker room and stuff. I wonder if that's what did it. I don't know. I guess that's possible. They were watching me, and that may have been the reason why, and it had nothing to do with advantage play. So oh well, one less place. That's it's making things a little bit harder, but that's okay. I didn't visit this place that much lately. The problem is now I'm leaning more and more on a few places, which could make it harder to hide from them, for any longer. We're now looking at over 4.5 years of hitting the same places. I think I did a pretty good job. Earned over $850,000 before getting backed off, but yeah, that's it was actually very surprising. She acted extremely scared. Just a short little black girl. I don't know, man. She looked like she was about 10 years old, and she was scared to death of me. So, yeah, I didn't want to make a big incident out of it. So, whatever. That's fine. Screws up a lot of my plans, but it's okay. So right now we're going to go hit a place that's awful and see what happens there. What I'm worried about is that there are other casinos in the area. I don't hit most of them anyway, but there is one that I may want to hit, and I'm worried about that. So today I will not go there, and I don't know if I'll go there anytime soon. This actually really changes my map around, because this was the only decent place in the area, and I would hit 4 or 5 other casinos on my trip because they were around, not because they were good, and I would just get a little bit of money from each of them. So this is definitely unfortunate, and we haven't made much money at all today. We made about $100 so far today, and the next place we're going to probably won't make any money at. So then we'll head out to our main goal, our main casino of the day, and we'll start, intensifying our plans to go to Vegas and other places more often. So very sad to see it, but I can't say it's unexpected, because I just have like the most incredible record against these guys, that even if they thought that I wasn't doing anything wrong, they probably think I'm too lucky. The more I think about it, the more I think it has to do with the way I cashed out chips. So because you'll recall, I even said on the podcast, I don't really like this place, but I don't know how often I'll come here, and I don't want to hold on to chips for a month. And maybe that's what the deal was. So anyway, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much burned in this whole area now, because that place will flyer, and I think they obviously have my new plates, because they had everything waiting for me. So if I do want to go to the other places, I would have to wait and get new plates again, which I'll probably have to do. Honestly though, the other places are not that great. I don't know if it's even worth my while to go there. They're a bunch of little scared wussies that can't handle any action. So yeah, I mean, I might be done with the whole area here. That only leaves 2 major areas and a small area for me to visit, and I can break it up into different shifts, different days, things like that. But basically what it's coming down to now is we got to start doing new things. So it looks like Vegas, it looks like the South, other Western states are going to have to be my new thing. I'm not really going to have a choice now. So I need to start planning these things out and start executing. I hate to leave home for days at a time, but I don't think I have a choice, and I'm going to have to take more money and hit them harder and be more fearless, because I'm burned out of these places after all this time. But I mean, that's got to be a record somewhere to be able to last that long. So playing blackjack, I understand playing slots, playing craps, other things. You might have or might think you have an advantage, but in blackjack, that was a pretty long time. So, and I'd be really mad if the reason that they got me was for the way I cashed the chips, because I didn't have to do that. But anyway, I'll be back. Oh, I didn't even mention, I did go to the next casino and found 0, and I was in and out of there in about 10 minutes. This place also now, which I'll never go to ever again because I won't be in the area, but it's a tiny place. They now have the security cameras embedded in the metal detectors slash other things detectors in your pocket. So they were IDing a lot of people at the door. They didn't ID me, but yeah, that's what's going on, man. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. Gears are turning here in my head, trying to figure out our next plan. And I was so focused on all this thinking I was doing, I didn't realize I was running out of gas. So I have 4 miles range, and the nearest gas station is 4.9 miles away. So we should make it. I'm sure there's other gas stations maybe before that on that exit. I don't know, because it looks like it's about a mile off the exit. But we'll stop and get some fuel here, and then we'll be okay for most of the rest of the trip. But I'm just thinking, this whole area here doesn't make sense to come back to, because that was like the flagship place that I would stop. I mean, that's where I made most of my money, and the other places were like the supporting cast. They were like $50, $100 stops, and I'm not going to make a whole trip out of 5 places that are $50 stops. So yeah, so that's going to limit this whole area. But the casino I'm going to, if they're not flyered, will continue to be one that I can go to and make money from, and hopefully I don't have any issues there. I don't know for a fact one way or another if they flyer this way or not. I think they don't. I think they flyer within like an hour, and we're still a few hours away, but you never know. Hopefully I'm good here, because this is one place, if I lose this is like, it would be really bad for my, I have the top tier at this casino, and I don't want to lose it, because I use their benefits and make a lot of money off it. So I'll just have to be really, really careful if I'm not already flyered here. The other choice would be to just go home. If I just go home and change my license, and then come back here later, that might be a possibility. I'm not really sure. So right now we're going to stop and get some fuel, and then we'll figure things out from there. I'm probably going to keep going though. All right, guys, I am back. So I don't know what's going on. I'm 4 miles away from my next casino. Police, speed traps everywhere. People being pulled over left and right. Tried to contact a few people to ask them if the one casino flyers to this casino. No reply. So I'm not really sure here. A little bit worried about it, but what are you gonna do? I guess we go in there, and one way or another we're gonna have to find out. So we'll go in, and if they do, they do. If not, that's fine, and we will see what happens. So be there in a few minutes, and you'll find out. All right, guys, I am back, and was in and out of there in about 10 minutes. Now, this is the main focus of my coming out today, but okay, let's start from the beginning. I parked, first of all, when you drive in, there's a license plate scanner, and got past that. There was no way around that. So I went through there, and then I thought, that one may or may not be on. You don't know for sure. But the parking garage has some as well. So maybe just avoid that for now and see what happens. So I avoided the parking garage. I parked down the street here. They have like a overflow parking lot area. So I parked down there, and I came in, went through security. Normally there's one guard there. There was 2 guards, and I even videotaped it. No issues. Hey, welcome, come on in. Okay, that's good. So then I started walking around looking, and I see the pit crew from the last time I was here. They were on a craps table. So I know they saw me. I don't think it's a big deal one way or another. They're not going to be telling the pit crew. They're going to be telling surveillance to be watching out for you. So got through there, no problem. Went to the double deck table that I wanted to play, but there were 3 people already on the table and all spread out and stuff, and they were the only ones in that area. They were the only people in that area, so you're gonna get all the attention there. So, okay, well, let me walk away. We'll go look at some other things and come back. So I looked at some slots and didn't find any plays. So far, batting 0, but batting 1,000 also, because no one said, you know, what are you doing, or you can't be here, or anything like that. So all that seemed to be okay. So then I thought, okay, well, there's nothing available to play, and I'm already in here, and they don't seem to be giving me an issue. So why don't I go get some food? Because I get like $50 in free food twice a month, and you know, they're gonna have to scan my card to do that. And if there's an issue, the worst thing that they can do is take away my food, instead of having to worry about chips and, you know, what are you doing here, and I'm not going to cash you out and all that kind of stuff. I thought that would be a good way to do it. So, you know, how I didn't think through though is I'm going to end up with a bunch of stuff to carry, and now that I'm not in the parking lot, it's going to be a long way to carry it. Maybe we move to the parking lot. I hate to do that. Maybe just, because what I was thinking was get the food, eat what I can in there, take the rest to the car, and then come back and play some blackjack. I kind of feel like all this is for no reason here, that I shouldn't really have to worry about it, but, well, I'm just going to relax in the car for a minute here, answer some emails. I'm going to go in and get that food. I'll carry a bag around with whatever is left. Not worried about it, and then we'll sit down at that double deck table and see what happens at that point. So if we get the food, no issue, then we go to the table, no issue. I'm not using a player's card at the table, so actually I will use the player's card through the kiosk to get the free food. Oh, we'll see. I mean, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I hate to lose this franchise, but you know, we'll see. All right, I'll be back. Alright guys, so far so good. I need to start moving though, because I need to get some play in and get out of this town for that wake tonight. So yeah, I went in, I got my card from my car, went in and got myself some food, got myself a salad to go, some drinks to go, and didn't have any issue. Went back to my car, dropped off all the stuff, and now we're going to go back and hopefully get a little bit of playtime in. Right now, I probably have another hour or hour and a half here before I have to leave. I could stretch it a little bit more, but I don't want to show up at the end of the wake, so we'll see what happens here. Gonna go in, play some blackjack, and I'll come back and let you know how it went. Hopefully I can get a seat at the table. Alright guys, I am back, and weird, very weird. I went to the table, and there was nobody there. Everybody had left the table, so I go to sit down, and they were changing the cards out. So, okay, they're changing the cards out. I wait for them, and then they finally finish changing them out. I sit down, and they're like, well, there's 2 other guys coming. Do you want to wait for them? I'm like, it's just a double deck. I can go ahead and play it, and then whatever, they can do whatever when they get back. I mean, it's going to take a minute to play a shoe. So, okay, that's fine. So I sit down, and she's like, oh, there they are. I'm like, okay, great. So the 2 guys came back, 2 idiots. 2 idiots is all I can say. Have no clue how to play, slowing me down and everything, and I'm worried the whole time about having enough time to play or what's going to happen. All I want to do is get through this session so I can get out of here and not have a problem, and then I know that I'm okay, at least. So my top bet was only 2x the minimum, right? So I'm not raising at all. About 5 minutes into my session, another guy comes over, and he's talking to the other pit boss, and they're talking about TV shows and stuff like that. No big deal. So we get through 2 or 3 shoes, and I'm in for about $1,000. I'm down $600, and the shoe ends, and 3 guys come up in suits, and they're like, "Albert, can I talk to you for a minute?" I'm like, "That Albert's not my real name. Albert's not my fake name. I don't know where you came up with Albert," but I'm like, "Who are you talking to me?" And he's like, "Let me talk to you over here for a minute." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "My name is whatever, Buttface or something, I forget. And I'm the casino manager, and I tell you that we don't want your action here." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "I'm going to ask you to leave and not come back to this or any one of our other properties." "Yeah, right. I'll be staying at one of your other properties. You'll see." Anyway, yeah, got backed off. So I've had, what, 3 days now? Out of the 7 casinos that I've been backed off or trespassed from, 3 of those days have been doubles. So there we go. So 6 of the 7 have come over 3 days, and I ended up leaving down 400, but I got their food, I got their drinks, I got their salad and all that. And I'm trying to understand what did it. Was it the license plate, which I'm leaning more toward, or was it the name when I got the food, which is possible? I mean, I just wanted to know where I was, because there's some other stuff I do here, and I don't want there to be a problem with that, which could be worse. So yeah, so ended up leaving minus 400 after only playing for about 30 minutes or so. And these slow, stupid kids slowing me down, not letting me have enough time to make money. And the best I was I think I was ahead 100 maybe. That's about the highest that I was, and other than that I was down the whole time. Got within a few hundred a few times, but other than that never really got anywhere. Just basically going back and forth with the dealers. So yeah, you little baby casinos, you can't handle it. You guys are that scared of a guy like me? What the heck? You're billion-dollar casinos and you're afraid of me? Okay, that's cool. So I don't know, I have no idea what the deal is with these guys, but so it must have been card counting. There's no way it was cashing out my chips. If it was cashing out my chips, these guys wouldn't have cared. So it had to have been they finally had enough of me winning, and they told everybody, "Hey, you know, everyone in the area." So I know in that other area that they definitely have my information, so I got to stay away from there completely, which is all garbage now anyway. So I thought I'd be more upset about it. I'm more upset about the 400 I lost than getting kicked out, because I really don't care, honestly. So whatever, man, whatever. I've got better places to go, people who can take more action, who are not little crybabies worried about every little dollar. But I will get you guys in other ways, you'll see. So so ridiculous. All right, so that's what's going on right now. Just leaving this area, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. I think I've been through all the different stages that you go through. At this point, there's only one question left. Do I hit the last casino on my way home, which is a slots-only casino, and don't expect to make a lot of money there? Or do I just say forget it and head home and just wish that today hadn't even happened? I don't know yet. I'm thinking they probably wouldn't send my information to a slots-only casino, but I don't really know. That casino is actually closer to the one I got kicked out of first this morning than the one I just left, so I'm not really sure. Maybe I should just skip it because it's not that much money anyway. I don't know yet, so I'm still a long way away from that, at least another 80 miles, and I'll come back and let you know. All right, guys, I am back. So I decided to skip that casino because there's no positive that could come out of it. The casino would normally yield me maybe $50, and why have my name on one more casino's list of do not go to casinos? So they'll forget about me in a month or so, and I can always go back there. But right now, I'm not even really interested in it. So we're going to continue on our trip and head home. Just very disappointing. Casinos are basically like police without policing. In other words, the police have to follow the law and do certain things. Casinos can do whatever they want. They can threaten you, they can throw you out, they can cancel a hand in the middle of a hand when they're not supposed to. They can hold your chips and force you to go to court. They can hold your money and force you to go to court. They can do all kinds of threats, and they have to come to you in 5 or 6 people because, oh, I'm such a dangerous guy because I use my brain. And so they have to bring 5 people to throw you out of the casino. And they're just disgusting. They take advantage of people, people who are addicted, and they keep sending them offers. People who they know can't afford it, and they keep sending them offers. They send planes to pick them up. They send cars to pick them up. They pick them up from the airport. They give them a suite. They do all these different things when they know that some people can't afford it, and they still do it anyway. And it's really, really bad. And honestly, I wish my state was like some of these states where they couldn't throw you out. But there will be a day, one day, when these casinos are going to get what they deserve. They really are, because what they're doing is wrong. It's a business model that is just obscene. They can never lose. They always win. When you win, oh, there was something wrong with the slot machine. I know you won $1 million, but it's a mistake. I know you won an $800,000 sports bet, but we didn't like the way that you did it, so we're not going to pay you out. Now you got to go to court. Whatever it is. Oh, you won a bunch of money. We think you're a card counter, so we're going to throw you out. Oh, you're just drunk. You're not a card counter. We're still going to throw you out because you're getting lucky. And it's really a bad look for casinos. And it's just going to make me stronger and make me work harder. So I've actually just devised a couple things that I'm going to do starting actually tomorrow, which is Saturday. I'm going to be doing some stuff online and getting ready for my trip, which will probably start Wednesday morning. And we're going to be heading out for probably 4 days to an area that we haven't visited in almost a year. And we're going to see what we can do there, and my goal is going to be $15,000, and it's a hefty goal when you're not in Vegas, when you don't have a lot of casinos to go to, but nevertheless, that's going to be my goal, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm just going to work harder and do more and work later into the night and earlier into the day and devise more strategic ways of beating these casinos. And I'm going to get it done. So I'm not concerned about it, and I'm not upset about it or anything like that. But what I'm upset about is the lawlessness. You know, a police officer arrests you improperly, they're disciplined. Casinos, when do they ever get disciplined? Let me get this call here. Anyway, what I was saying is, they never get theirs. Do you think that Las Vegas is going to revoke the license of MGM for keeping someone's $5,000 chip and saying that they didn't earn it there? Or someone who got a $5,000 chip playing poker and they go try to cash it and they wouldn't let them cash it and they held it and made them go to court for it? Or all these ridiculous things that they do and taking advantage of people every chance that they get, and they never get punished for it. They're never going to get punished. Las Vegas is not going to give up a third of its revenue because MGM did something wrong. They're going to give them a slap on the wrist, and the actual player is the one who's getting taken advantage of and screwed over and lose money and have to go to court and all that. Now, Las Vegas is the one that actually, where the judge actually made a little bit of sense and said you can't be trespassed for life. It's only 2 years. And hopefully more common sense will come to other places as well. But I would like to see where you can't be trespassed at all. You can play other games, just not blackjack. What's wrong with that? Or why do you have to go there and threaten and bring police into it and stuff like that? I got this letter. This letter says due to recent behavior. What behavior? All I did is walk into a casino. I didn't even get inside the casino, and they threw me out and they threatened to arrest me. So anyway, it's probably incoherent here, but for now I'm gonna let you go. And by the way, that burger was delicious. The free burger that I got from that place, because I had a feeling something was going to happen, and those drinks that I got and everything else that I got, I'm going to enjoy those things. But I'm going to let you go. We'll catch up probably Sunday. I don't know if I'll do anything tomorrow or not, but Sunday we're going to catch up. Monday and Tuesday I'll be local, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and maybe Sunday I'll be on a trip, and we'll see what happens with that. But we're going to start trying to hit these places harder. Since they're not local to me, I'm not going to worry about it, and I'm going to hit them as hard as I can. So that's what's going on right now. I'll catch up with you guys on Sunday. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.